I got a snake over here.
Hey, guys, man, I got a huge cavern in here.
The python hunters push deeper into the Everglades.
If there's not a python in here, I don't know jack about pythons.
But they come up empty-handed.
Not today. The colder the weather gets, the more I want to get out of here.
I got a buddy in the tropical island of Puerto Rico.
So they head south to Puerto Rico.
Got him. Wow.
And hit the jackpot.
Guys, I got my hands on the endangered Puerto Rican boa.
Invasive reptiles threaten Florida's wetlands. Iguanas, Nile monitors, and the most notorious of all, the giant Burmese python.
Snake.
Snake.
Burm right there.
You got him? Oh, yeah.
Now 3 men join forces to defend the Everglades. Biologist Sean Heflick. He's been chasing, breeding, and collecting reptiles his entire life.
I've never been afraid of snakes.
Exotic reptile breeder and cop Greg Graziani. He knows his pythons inside and out.
I got my first Burmese python when I was 12 years old.
And python breeding pro Michael Cole. He sold his designer color mutations for as much as $25,000.
I've learned about reptiles the hard way. It was a passion.
They are the Python Hunters.
Back just a hair. No, right, yeah, right there. Hold it on there. Okay, they're coming in and going.
They're going underneath.
Underneath that rock there. He's out.
Yeah, I got a bunch buzzing all over my freaking head.
You're okay. They're not landing on you. They're going around you.
You're not down here in the middle of them.
That's
The guys are looking for Burmese pythons in a burrow chock full of bees.
There you go.
All right, that's not a worker coming at you.
Cold-blooded reptiles use this kind of space to conserve heat and survive Florida's current deep freeze.
Hey, boys, what are you doing?
We've heard how bad worldwide the honeybee population is. Thought this would be pretty cool to check out.
Oh, okay, little bear and junior bear. I know you're really just looking for honey. So how about we go actually find some snakes before they start calling us the bee hunters?
Yeah, why don't we go hunt snakes so Crybaby Pea Pants over there doesn't give us a hard time.
Crybaby pea pants? Yeah. Did you learn that from Lane?
Yeah. Actually, that's a law enforcement term. I first heard that sergeant would use that when guys would cry about their schedule. There you go.
It's a law enforcement term.
But I'm just gonna go hunt snakes.
All right, Crybaby Pea Pants.
Burmese python captures are on the decline. The guys blame an early and colder than usual winter for the snake's retreat.
You know, I know if there's just one out there, we gotta find it.
They suspect surviving snakes may be moving closer to residential areas. People attract rodents, and debris provides protection and cover.
Look at this piece of metal right here in the sun.
Yep.
110, 113, I mean, depending on where you're at on that metal.
So people and their trash are actually creating a micro-refugia to help these animals survive. And we're trying to get rid of them, and people's trash is helping them.
So I take it you've looked that word up.
No, I haven't, but it sounds so good. We'll use it anyway.
Microrefugia are favorable climates that exist within unfavorable ones. This hot piece of sheet metal creates a microclimate, perfect for a thermal-regulating snake.
Not today.
Look at this cavity. Some of these are deep. There are things using these cavities. They're clean.
You still running temperatures over there, Greg?
This rock over here at 84, 84.2 over here in the sun. And in that cavern over there, I had like 47 degrees. So within 10 yards, we go from 84 to 47. That's why these animals can survive, because they move to the areas they need to.
Burmese pythons come from the tropics, where temperatures reach 34 degrees and rarely fall below 20. With South Florida feeling more like the South Pole, Burms are in a world of trouble.
A barometric change in pressure a lot of times signals a cold front moving through that indigenous animals will go, oh, and they move to find cover. For tropical species, those changes not only don't cue them to move for cover, a lot of times they cue them for a reproductive event.
Yeah, now you got a male that's left his burrow and he's headed out looking for females, and you know he could go a couple miles looking for the right girl.
Yeah, he goes looking for a female and he's gonna get way out away from, you know, the cover that he's used to.
I do have to disagree with Mike on one thing. He's not looking for the right girl. He's looking for a girl.
More searching turns up nothing. So the python hunters target the next site on their to-do list.
Why don't we head over to the farm field?
Sounds like a plan to me.
Farmers in Florida spray their fields to protect their crops during hard freezes.
Look, they got the big water guns out.
Oh, yeah.
As long as you get the water to sit on the leaves,
It creates an insulation.
that way the wind can't come through. That's what really does the serious damage.
You know how much pressure that is right there? That would knock you down.
Because this farm is nestled into the Everglades, over 30 Burmese pythons have turned up in these fields in the last 2 years.
How you guys doing?
We heard that you guys found a swatch where you think the snake's going through.
Was either a rather large python or a drunk on a bicycle. And
Either's fun.
you're right,
Fun
right.
and game.
And if it was a drunk on a bicycle, because we researched it, we trailed it, he didn't fall off. There's no marks on either side. So we come to the conclusion it's a rather large python.
Can you head us in that direction? I know you guys are busy today, but
We can tell you where it is, but I do have a lot to do, but I'll get you out there. I'll tell you where it was. There's a pothole, and I know you remember seeing it, a hammock pothole.
Yep, right.
That's where he's living. It hasn't been disturbed in years and years, and that's where that joker slithers in and out of. Now, one of these days, we ought to go out there, burn that pothole, and get around it, and we're gonna see some pythons come
out.
Yep.
Yeah, let's go check it out. Let's let these guys get back to work.
yeah, Larry.
Thank you
Been a
very much.
pleasure
Wish
again.
I could be of more help to you guys.
that's a lot
Thanks
of
again.
help.
Thanks again. Good luck. Good luck. Any
Guys, have a
problems,
good
any need on directions, let me know.
All right, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
That's it right there.
Oh, I see that, yeah.
Oh my God, look at the piles in there. That is perfect habitat.
Hey, look at this. He's talking about wells. There's an open well head right here with water.
Yeah.
You know, these sized python just hang his head down in there and get as much water as he wanted. And that water's 72 degrees. That's a lot warmer than it's gonna be tonight.
Tell you what, why don't we check the perimeter for any tracks going in or out before we dive into this thicket right here.
That is nice stuff to bring the rodents in.
This is the sunny side right here. If you're gonna find something sitting out, this will be the side.
Yeah, this stuff is thick as hell. I think Larry had the right idea. Torch it. You know, there's nothing around here, just crops. There's no way it's gonna
Hey,
light anything else up.
it's only 1/10 of an acre. We can clear it. I'm feeling good about this one.
Yeah, you just don't listen. The best thing to do is to strike a match. Man, he always wants to do it the hard way. He's just wanting to save this pile of debris.
No rats. No, Bufo marinus.
Bufo marinus, or cane toad, is a poisonous invasive from Central America with a toxic gland that protects it from predators.
Invasive marine toad.
Plantation owners imported them to control cane beetles. Now they're found throughout southern Florida. Besides its poison, the cane toad has another defensive mechanism.
He pissed in your pocket. Ah! He stuck that marine toad in the inside of his jacket pocket and it filled it up with urine.
You think that's funny? That's great.
What the hell are you doing?
I didn't bring a bag with me. I was gonna save the glory of catching the snake and share it with you guys, but you can all kiss my ass.
Crybaby pee pants?
Crybaby pee pants.
It ain't pants.
The guys push into the brush to see what else they can find.
Be very careful, because when you're going up and over this, it's a lot of coral rock with a lot of debris piled up. Yeah, it's a mess, man. Ah! Holy crap. Hey,
You guys all right over there?
yeah, I'm kind of stuck.
What?
I'm a little stuck.
Are you serious? Can you get out? You all right?
I'm working on it. God dang it.
Oh, yeah, Mikey. I think we can cover this. I can't even see anything.
Hey, guys, man, I got a huge cavern in here. Come on, you wusses.
I'm stuck upside down in this stuff.
Hey, what's the matter, son? You can't keep up. Michael's here.
I found myself in a bit of a predicament.
Come on, man.
Come here. Push me this up.
Check this out over here.
No, I took the easy way and I just rolled down that hill.
Check this out right in here. You go all up. I fell through all of that crap. I was upside like that.
Yeah. So picture this. Fields covered in crops. Crops covered in rodents. And you have an island paradise with cover, food. There's water over there in a basin. And nobody messes with you.
He said there might even be a well in here.
More than likely, when they first started doing this, all these big coral rocks dug up, they probably dug that out to get to the water. This probably started as the well to feed all this stuff.
I'm gonna tell you right now, if there's not a python in here, I don't know jack about pythons.
Michael's bought a new powerboat. Now the guys can go faster and deeper into the Everglades to search for pythons.
One of the coolest things about this boat is we can maneuver through these waterways like the Burmese do, getting from island to island.
Work for you?
Works perfect for me.
The Everglades, 600,000 hectares, home to more than 50 kinds of reptiles. But the apex predator is the American alligator. Suddenly, it finds itself competing with the Burmese python, formidable predators that eat birds, rodents, and other mammals, almost anything they can swallow. Because they're excellent swimmers, this huge wetland offers pythons a billion places to hide.
They look like some good open spots up there for basking in this cold weather.
Yeah. There's a big tree over there. It's probably a good island. Start there and work our way back. That gives us a focal point to start at next time to go that way.
Good deal.
If we decide to bring Sean back. I mean when. I mean when. It's like a pretty decent area.
There looks like a good spot right there. This is some good cover here. Yeah, if we're gonna find anything today. This looks like a really good spot.
It's thick, that's for sure. Good to go?
Good to go, man.
10,000 islands dot the Everglades.
If we still got berms out here, this is a good place.
Their thick mangrove and tall grasses make perfect camouflage for Burmese pythons.
This stuff is thick. It's nasty.
This is that needle in a haystack, which makes it so difficult for us to get these berms out of the Everglades because of terrain like this. I mean, you're standing 3 feet away from me, I can barely see you through the brush.
I've never heard you complain about not being able to see me before.
So maybe we can find some rocks where these guys can get up and bask.
Sounds good.
They're searching for an open patch of sunlight where a cold-blooded reptile can recharge its energy reserves.
Snake! I got a snake over here.
What you got? Coming. Coming through. Not a berm.
No, not a berm.
What do you got?
You're sitting up and look at this.
Holy cow. It's a rough green snake.
Rough green.
That's an awesome find. He's healthy, too.
The rough green is also called the grass snake. It eats insects and can grow to about 1 meter. Although common throughout the southeastern U.S., the South Florida rough greens are in decline for unknown reasons.
You know, the neat thing about those, you can see the pupil, the round pupil in the eye so well with that species. It makes it so easy to identify as a non-venomous North American species.
Look at this. You want to talk about something that blends in here? Check this out. Look at that. I mean, you can't even... Hey, you'll lose him in a heartbeat. His head's way over here. You want to talk about camouflage? It doesn't get any better than that.
No.
In this type of growth.
Yeah, look at what he's doing.
He's shaking.
Yeah, back and forth.
It's a camouflage mechanism to appear to be just like the leaves. Chameleons do the same thing when they rock.
Yep, when the wind
Walk up
blows.
and down.
Yep, they think.
Yeah.
Yep, there he's doing it again.
He's yawning. He's yawning.
It's so cool when they do that. You know, Greg, I would so much rather find snakes like this that belong here, that we can photograph and pick up and look at and let go on their way, than berms. It's so much better.
I totally agree.
All right, man. Good catch.
All right, let's
Head
go
this
find
way.
something bigger.
So where's this big boy you got while I was gone?
Right there.
Holy cow.
Back at Sean's reptile sanctuary, this giant African sulcata tortoise is finding refuge.
He is a machine. He's a beast. Look at that thing. Napoleon, I think you better find somewhere to hide, brother.
Hey.
So, they just found this? Where'd they get this? Come here, buddy.
Somebody didn't want it anymore. It was at the shelter.
Oh, so they just turned it in? Mm-hmm. He's a big animal. People don't understand. Look at the size of that beast. He's well over 100 pounds.
Uh-huh.
It's got to be.
These tortoises make their home in the dry sub-Saharan region of Africa. This winter's cold isn't making it any easier to take care of them.
They're calling for in a couple of days the low to be 25 degrees.
Yeah. It's gonna be a long winter.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Maybe it'll snow here for once.
Caring for the growing collection of reptiles at Sean's sanctuary puts a strain on Jen and Thorne.
You're okay. You're okay.
They could use some extra help when Sean's away, so he's interviewing a candidate for the job.
He's Argentine black and white.
It's a good-looking tegu.
His name is Cade.
Yeah, I've got a lot of big monitors and that as well, but most people don't realize that they need to set him up in a big cage like that. Mm-hmm. Can we get him out?
Definitely.
Is it a he or
Sean's at Tara's house to assess how well she cares for her own reptiles.
Look at you. You're handsome. Look at that tongue.
I have the female jungle boa, and her name is Big Mama.
Big Mama.
She's hungry.
Oh, yeah?
So she's a little bit aggressive right
A little
now.
feisty. You mind if I get her out?
Fine with me.
As long as I do it.
You, but she's been striking a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not food.
Big Mama's up for adoption because of her aggressive behavior. In captivity, she could grow to over 4 meters, a potential danger for an inexperienced owner.
You're all right, aren't you? Oh, don't smell any rats, do you? No, you should just took a drink of water. Whoops, sorry about that. She had a throat full of water.
Yeah, she
I
did.
just pulled her out of her water bowl. Oh, yeah.
This is my reptile room.
Roughly 1 million Americans own exotic reptiles, so Tara's not alone. But the variety in her collection tells Sean that she's more than just an amateur hobbyist.
Over here, I have a Mali Euromastics in
Oh,
here.
yeah, I love those things. I'm a sucker for those high contrast animals. Oh, yeah, it's a little beauty.
pretty.
And they've almost got like a beak like a bird and like a toad head.
Yeah.
You're pretty. Uh-oh, we got a bearded dragon.
Yeah, this
Well, that's
is
a
my
nice-
dragon.
That's a nice setup.
He's super friendly.
And they make a really good pet. They don't get really big. You know, typically they're not aggressive at all. Part of me coming out here today is to kind of check out your caging and the healthier animals and do due diligence, so to speak. And I like what I see. We can set up a day and have you come out and check some stuff out. And, if that interests you, we can do it.
Yes, I'd love that.
Meanwhile, the other python hunters haven't given up finding a berm. Michael's new python chaser is just the thing to navigate the Everglades' 2,250 kilometers of canals.
There's a couple of places to dock right in here. And Mike, we definitely got snakes on this island.
And some skin?
Yep. Looks from what I can see quickly like a really large racer.
Not berm skin?
No, definitely not a berm.
Oh wow, that's a good size racer.
The black racer gets its name from its incredible speed and agility. Racers eat just about anything they can overpower and swallow alive, like rodents, frogs, toads, and lizards.
That's a whole skin, too.
Yeah, it is. I'm hoping the head's on there. Yeah, it is. It is.
Unlike humans, a snake's skin doesn't grow as the animal does, so it has to shed the outermost layer. This can happen as often as every month.
That's got to be really fresh. The ants would have destroyed that in just a couple of days. And it's just another great sign. The native stuff's doing well. I mean, that's obviously a healthy shed from a healthy snake.
Yeah, it is.
So, very cool.
Make sure we don't come across this again. We'll get him.
You're not going to let me find it, too?
Exactly what you'll do.
A healthy rough green snake and a fresh black racer skin are the python hunter's only spoils for this day. But there still could be a giant berm lurking on the Dunnigan farm. The arrival of a week-long cold snap in December is the earliest on record. For Greg, that means protecting his baby American alligators.
You know, we've had some ridiculous cold here in December, which is just way early. And although these little guys can handle it, we opted to bring them in. Welcome to your nice warm bath. They've been around for millions of years. They were around when the dinosaurs were here. They're virtually unchanged. They're the closest thing to living dinosaurs that we have. And just like everything, people like the cute little babies, but then they don't know what to do with them when they get 10, 12 feet long.
Greg has another special mission that can't wait.
See, here comes one.
Lane and Lexi rescued these Florida softshell turtles from the jaws of a marauding raccoon when they were still in their eggs.
There's one right there.
Oh, I see it.
As a native species, these turtles must adapt to Florida's winter by nestling into the pond mud.
You see, he starts
Digging.
digging. His little butt up in the air. Here, now we've got 23 new little turtles in the pond. Good stuff, huh?
Obviously, with this many animals, there's a lot to do.
For Tara to be a success in Sean's sanctuary, she'll need to prove she can handle some of his more challenging reptiles.
Just hanging on to this little guy. He's a handful. He will try to nip you. Now, this is a broad-snouted caiman.
Okay.
And if you notice, he looks like he's got that bulldog type of face and jaws.
Yeah.
They have a powerful bite. So don't get bit by these guys.
Okay.
So, I mean, the easiest way to do them is you just slide your hand, I'll hold the head, you slide your hand right up with your fingers, right around his neck. So take almost like this, just right in around mine, and grab him well, and you don't want him to turn. They're stronger than they look. All right? And you just don't get your finger in the mouth.
He moved his leg, and I was like, oh, I gotta hold on to him tighter.
Crocodilians are typically a little more work than snakes. Now, he's quick.
Okay.
So you want to get this hand out of the way, and that next one is going to be just whoop, as fast as you can. There you go. He was nice. He's like, I'm gonna cut you a break. As you grade up to the bigger ones, it gets more interesting, because if you make a mistake, you know, the consequences are more severe.
This morlet is a freshwater crocodile found in Central America.
Oh, stop. You never bite anybody. I don't know why you try. But this one are morlets. You know, beautiful animals. I love morlets. But make no mistake, if you put your hand in his mouth, he would bite it.
Definitely he would.
And if you look at those teeth, they're not big, but they are sharp.
Handling animals is part of the job, but Thorne wants help cleaning the tanks and cages.
You want to try holding him?
Oh, maybe.
Just slide your hand up under mine. Just you see, I got fingers on two sides, all the way up. You got him?
I think so.
All right, and the more relaxed, I mean, you want a firm grip, but the more relaxed you are, the more relaxed he is.
He's gorgeous.
Tara's a fast learner, but it's fearlessness that will nail down this job, and learning to care for Sean's prized albino alligators.
How many of these you want?
All of them.
All of them? They're gorgeous. Can't get enough of them. You think you want to work, put some time in here and with different animals?
Yes. I would love to.
Yeah, no, it's cool. What do you think, Thorne?
If you need some extra help.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, like that was a mystery.
That evening, the python hunters set out on the long drive to the Dunnigan farm. In the morning, they arrive planning to smoke out a large berm hiding in thick vegetation.
Yeah, look how wet the ground is. I mean, the inside of that's got to have a ton of moisture in it.
It puts the entire operation on hold.
There's still standing water. Look at that.
It was underwater yesterday. You can see how the water had leveled the land, and it's all
Really?
gone, but right there now.
Yeah.
Down in that hole.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, the inside of this is probably full of moisture. We'd end up with a muck fire.
I don't see how we could get it started.
Yeah.
With
More
that
smoke than anything.
Green foliage and the debris that's in there is so soaked. It was torrential last night. And in the center, there's actually water and cattails. It's a deep, very, very natural, but deep hole.
Yeah, we've crawled through it.
Yeah,
We actually,
we were
the
in
growth
it.
on top, we went to walk across and literally fell in up to our shoulders before we found the rocks and the actual bottom of it.
Really?
So yeah, we've been right in the center of that. Like I said, when you get in there, it looks a whole lot bigger inside because you're fighting for every inch you need.
Farmers in the past that farmed this land years ago, if the rocks come up and they're too big for the tractors and the equipment to go over, they send a crew through and pick them up, and they put them in that hole.
So there's a pile of them in there.
Yes,
Of-
yes.
Of really large coral rocks, which make great refuges for these snakes to get into. I know you guys are gonna burn, you need to get rid of this pile and this debris. If you guys could just give us a holler, when it is dry enough. If you are gonna burn it, we'd like to come out here, stand
We'll
on the
make
perimeter
you
and
that
see if anything
promise.
comes out.
That's a promise. You'll be notified in plenty of time so you can get on down here and watch them run.
Outstanding.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Thank
Yes,
you, guys.
sir.
All right.
Thank you.
You guys take care. Take care.
Good luck.
Look at this. It's so wet outside. I hear the inside of that's gonna be a nightmare.
With no chance this site will dry up soon, the guys take this latest setback as an omen. It's time for a change of scenery.
The colder the weather gets, the more I want to get out of here. I want to go somewhere where we can find live stuff.
All right. I got a buddy in the tropical island of Puerto Rico. They've got invasive. They've got the endangered Puerto Rican boas. They've got all kinds of fun stuff. And it's a small island. We can, if we take maybe a week, we can hit that whole island up and down and inside and out. We'll be back.
Puerto Rico is only a 2-hour flight from Miami. But Sean's the only python hunter who's set foot here before.
Here we go, here we come, baby. Oh, yeah.
Locals call it the Island of Enchantment, and it's easy to see why. The lush island is only 64 kilometers wide and 177 kilometers long, but it's home to over 40 species of native and invasive reptiles.
Well, boys, welcome to the tropics.
This is jungle. Oh man, I can't wait to get my hands on some of those iguanas.
Those Cuban rock iguanas, you know how many people are gonna be jealous of us to actually put our hands on a wild population of those animals? Hell, I've been jealous of Sean.
Yeah.
I gotta hear about all his stories about going all over and catching this and catching that, and
Hey, you know what? The cool part? Finally, we'll be able to substantiate some of his stories if we have some good ones from here.
yeah, we can see if they're actually true or not.
To see everything on their wish list, the guys have teamed up with an expert guide.
About freaking time you got here.
Ivan Alfonso is Michael's vet in Florida, but he was raised in Puerto Rico and knows all of its reptile hotspots.
There's gonna be quite a few adventures here. It's gonna be quite interesting. We're gonna be visiting not only invasive species, but also native species. Because, I also want you guys to take a look of, what we have here, that it's endemic here, that these invasives can be displacing.
You got a lot to live up to.
I know.
We get told by people all the time, I'm gonna take you and we're gonna find this.
I know.
How confident are you?
100% confident I can deliver.
All right.
All right?
That's
All
a tall
right.
order.
It's been a long time since I've been here, but I'm chomping at the bit to get back at it, and I know it's fresh for you guys, so let's get on it, man.
All right.
To begin their adventure on a high note, Ivan sets course for a research facility on an isolated island, just a short boat ride from the coast. It's home to the rare and impressive Cuban rock iguana.
So this is an invasive species. How'd they get here?
They're native to Cuba. They were brought in as part of the zoo, and then when the zoo closed down, they left them. Technically, they left them to die, but they can thrive here.
Actually, the habitat here is more conducive for these lizards than in Cuba, because in Cuba they've got all the natural predators there. They've got Cuban crocodiles, American crocodiles. You've got all the other wildlife on Cuba. So here, they've got the same tropical environment.
It's more of a sanctuary for
Exactly.
them. Do you have dibs on first catch because you're Puerto Rican, or is every man for himself?
I mean, even if I tell you yes, I know you're gonna try to get first dibs no matter what.
What are you talking about?
Oh, I watched the show. So, you gotta remember though that these guys are gonna be more powerful than a green iguana. Already a few over there. They'll scratch, they'll bite, they'll hit with the tail. They are powerful.
All right, guys, let's get a game plan here. We're coming up.
I tell you what I'd like to do with these guys.
Walk around.
Let's just walk and see what their demeanor is, and just
Exactly.
see how close we can get, and let's get a lay of the land here.
Oh man, look at this big monster male.
Oh, yeah.
You already saw
He's
it?
old.
There's another one there. Look at that. Go for it.
Yeah, you can grab
Oh,
those.
these are gonna be
these are
like
gonna be cool.
taking
Look at
candy
this little one right here.
from a baby. Greg, behind you is a little one.
Gotta soak up that sun, get that vitamin D synthesis going on.
Look at,
what's going on.
look at the size of this one.
It's a big one right
You know,
there.
you've got 3, 4 of them up at the base of that.
You wanna,
So,
if they go in there.
This isn't like catching berms in the Everglades where we're gonna run around for 2 or 3 days between each snake we find.
I've been telling you for a while, you guys needed to come here.
Yeah, I
You're
mean,
gonna
this
love
is,
it.
at best, this is the I mean, you're going to be able to reach down and capture these by hand.
yeah, this is crazy.
This is, I mean,
Little ones
the
there.
little ones, they're just everywhere, man.
This being a herbivore lizard, people don't see it as a pest. Like when you were with all those iguanas and everything right in there, it really hasn't been creating a problem. Should it be something, a predator or a carnivore, then you would be having some major issues and people having a problem with it. But these iguanas have been here for as long as I remember.
Here, look
Big
at
one
that.
way up
Look
there.
at that one right there.
Wow.
That's the difference between here and Florida too. There's never gonna be a freezing cold snap which would wipe these things out.
The Cuban rock iguana is a threatened species in its native homeland. Yet here on this protected island, free of hunters and natural predators, it thrives on the abundant food and tropical heat.
That's a big one.
It's a good sized animal.
Look at this ridge right here.
Wow, look at that.
Look at that ridge.
Now
Boom,
that's
boom,
a
boom,
scene
boom,
right
boom.
there. Wow.
1, 2, 3,
impressive.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
There gotta be 500 on this island, at least.
And it's funny, it's like you...
Even though they were intentionally released and are technically invasive reptiles here, Puerto Rican authorities see no reason to exterminate this vulnerable species.
No, it's a giant one.
Yeah, pretty big one.
This native to Puerto Rico is often mistaken for a chameleon because it changes color. But Sean knows what he's working with.
This is
Is
a Puerto Rican earring.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
There you go, brother. You're a handsome devil there. This, Ivan.
Yep.
This is one of the old cages from the zoo, isn't it?
Yep.
This could very well be the cage, with its proximity to the mangrove and that they house these cyclura in.
I mean, this is a critically endangered species. If the native range were wiped out,
Oh, this
there's
is an
almost
excellent
enough animal
reservoir.
to start the population back up.
This is an excellent reservoir for the species. There's always the possibility, should the animal become extinct, you can actually relocate some of these iguanas.
Let's go catch some lizards, get some equipment, and have at it. It's just cruising along the building.
The great thing about these, and we said it before, they've used these for old dinosaur movies and that. They just, you know, make them look
right,
like they're...
right in front of you, Michael.
That's
Hold
perfect.
on, I'll run it back to you, Sean.
Here we go.
Watch them go on that. Take this
Wow,
side.
that one is perfect.
He's not used to seeing a human on all fours, Sean.
Yeah, he's like, what is that? That's a weird looking dog. Give me a little buddy. Get him. Oh, no! Mikey!
Done better with my hand.
Oh, my God.
You got whipped by a little lizard, man.
All right, Mikey, hand the net to somebody else, buddy.
With over 1,000 iguanas to chase on this small island, the hunters go wild.
Here's one right here, little tiny one right here.
Oh, yeah, he's a...
Hey, little buddy. How you like that one?
Oh,
blue?
this one's perfect.
Look at the blue on that.
This one's perfect.
Which one? The
Right
pale
here.
one? Oh.
Except for them teeth, Greg.
Another little nice one.
Another little one?
That's a keeper, look at that.
Look at perfect.
I mean, look at the spines on this, and they hit you with that tail. I mean, it's spiked all the way down. The green iguanas just have a ridge here, and they're pretty much smooth.
Yeah, run your hand the other way on it.
No, no, that's
like little razor blades there.
Mikey's got black gloves on here, and they've got some claws. And as much as they dig, look how sharp those claws still are.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, do you guys understand how the people back in the States that are big into iguanas would go nuts? I mean, we just walk right up and reach down and pick these guys up.
But you know the greatest thing about them? They cannot establish in areas that the green iguana can. You can let these loose in the Everglades. Well, you don't want to, obviously, but if it occurred, they would die. They cannot survive in an environment like that. They need very strict coastal vegetation and habitat.
So we'll catch some of the big ones just to examine them and take a look at them close up. Look at this big male right here.
Right here, look at this.
Watch him cut between us, Greg.
Yeah, I know.
Go ahead and push. He wants some of you too, Michael.
Push, Mike, push, Mike.
Push.
I got the tree in front of me.
Push, Mike.
Push.
Push, Mike.
Push.
Got it. Got it. Wow.
Nice.
You got the head good? All right. Look at that.
Hey, boy. Woo! You didn't know the python hunters were in town, did you? Huh? If that does not look like a living dinosaur, I don't know what does.
For a population like this to be sustainable with so many healthy males and females and babies alike, not only they're getting an ideal diet, this is definitely ideal environment for them.
Right. I got a question for Sean. I mean, he's our world traveler in the group. I mean, he's been all over the place. This the first time you've caught wild Cuban iguanas?
Wild Cubans, yeah.
So we're actually getting to be in the presence with one of Sean's first.
We'll be in one of his stories.
Exactly, exactly.
When I was in Puerto Rico. Hey, you know the best thing about that is? That'll be a story you guys will actually want to listen to.
Actually, it's not listened to, we'll believe it.
Right. Coming at you. Round that side of the tree, round that side of the tree.
More than just stories will emerge from this day. The guys compete to see who can capture the most.
Oh, no.
We found the hole, man.
We got holes, boys. We've seen that before.
I want to see
Let's
this
check
guy in
this
here.
out, man.
We're going in here or this side?
Yeah.
All right, good. Yep. Can you turn off to the right there? Hold on. Tie it up. Yep. About back out a little bit. Yep. There's. You're right on his face right there.
Really?
All right. There. There he is.
Focus in on that. Oh, yeah, look at that. He's
There's
got
his
4.
eye. There's his nose. Look at him hiding back there in his burrow.
Oh, yeah.
He goes,
Isn't
I'm
that
safe.
cool?
That's cool. Look at him.
That is
You know
totally
what?
cool.
If you glance at that, that's a gnarled, like, root under there. That is truly Godzilla tucked away in its lair.
Look at that. What's he eating? Is that one of these seed pods?
Looks like it, yeah. That's a piece of the puzzle for how it is these invasives are surviving on this island.
You got him?
Oh, yeah, look at look at the leaf he was eating. Look at the leaves he's
This iguana's been caught snacking.
Look at
Want to
that.
know what they're eating? There you go.
Actually, I do want to know what they're eating.
Rock iguanas have rich vegetarian diets. With all the shrubs and trees here, it's easy to figure out why this population is so robust.
I'll tell you what, these are healthy.
But there's also a scientific way to analyze an animal's diet.
There you go, Sean.
That's fresh. Sean, if you want to see, there's the leaves right there for you.
Don't think about it. Don't even think
You are the expert vet.
But not everyone here shares Sean's enthusiasm for iguana turd.
Don't think about it.
There's absolutely nothing, no secondary anything. This is like straight leaf matter.
Let's stay. If you guys circle around, you
Yeah,
run
I'm
them
glad
right
you're
into
here,
this
Greg,
fence.
bag.
What? How can he
Bag.
be a vet and be so
let's
squeamish?
Being a vet has nothing to do with
Get a
being,
picture of this.
you know, white.
Step over here. Good back.
That has nothing to do with being a vet.
Look, he got a PVC stick. I'm not sure that's gonna help him catch something or beat me away. Oh, okay.
No, this is actually only for you.
This little island also has the same species of invasive green iguanas the guys hunt back in Florida. Over on Puerto Rico's mainland, they've become a similar overpopulated nuisance.
Hey guys, we captured a ton of green iguanas. I mean, the only reason for trying to get one now is I'd like to compare it side by side to a Cuban. Michael, can you get I don't know if you can get back in there.
Where is he?
Right in there in that hole, right
4
behind
feet
that
off the
log.
ground?
If you go up that, maybe running back to us.
Without falling, Mike.
You're gonna run about 25 Cubans back to us as well.
Break a leg.
All right, he's curving back to our right.
Oh.
Wait. All right. There you go, dug right into the, look at what those, he couldn't have posed that better. Look at that. Now we gotta grab up a Cuban. I wanna see one of these guys side by side.
That should be easy.
Yeah, right.
Good way to run them in, man. Round up a Cuban. Good job, Mikey. Whoa. There you go.
Look at that.
Look,
Look at the size of the heads. I mean, the heads on these two animals. These are both, this is kind of a subadult, but this is a full adult. Look at the bite pressure, the jowls on this thing.
That is a nice muscle right there that ties into the sagittal crest on the skull. It's kind of a bony ridge. And then you've got all this nice jowl musculature down here. That thing would give you a hurting. That is just a powerful, powerful mouth. Look at the difference in the tips of these claws.
The green iguana claw on this side right here has a hook in it designed to hook in the bark of trees and climbing. This animal here spends more time on the rocks and ground and wears those claws down.
Digging.
So,
Yeah, digging. They're diggers.
I mean, these guys are just much more prehistoric than green iguanas.
Oh, they are.
So they're
Look at the eyes. It's even like a different shape.
Oh, that's close.
Oh,
man. Oh, yeah.
Too close. That was going to be some tendons going
like
there.
that?
You were fixing to lose a tendon or two.
Yeah.
All right, you want to play around? Is that how you want to play around?
You want a
Yeah,
picture of the
Wait a minute.
get in here.
No.
Oh, you don't have a lizard?
Go
I
catch
need a
one.
freaking
Go
lizard.
catch one.
Hey, we got all day.
Come on, buddy. This is going to be a while.
Come on, Mikey.
Catch a little one.
Hey, we got a little one in a bag for you,
All right,
man.
he got one. Come on.
There we go.
All right, the race is on. Here we go. We're going to release him.
1, 2, 3. Yeah, I'm happy we were able to just hop on a plane and head down to Puerto Rico, meet up here with Ivan, and check out some reptiles in a warmer climate.
And I can tell you, this is just tip of the iceberg.
In Puerto Rico, tourists are often tempted by merchants selling curious keepsakes.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, this is all prep stuff. He's prepping this stuff.
But the python hunters know some things are better left on the roadside.
These two right here are pretty realistic.
Realistic, huh? When's the last time you saw a caiman standing up on his hind legs, crossing his hands like that?
But clearly, that one's been taught to beg.
This is
It's kind of weird, really.
it's kind of sad, actually. These things are huge. It's like he just glues them together.
Yeah, I mean, you can tell. I don't even think those are cleaned out.
This one. Look at 2, 3-year-old. So this is legal to do here because these guys are invasives and they want them killed, and, you know. But illegal for anybody that buys them, tourists or anything, to take them home.
And I guarantee they don't tell you that when you're dropping your $100 on a mount like this, that when you get to the airport back in the States, they're going to take it from you.
But you could face fines and probable legal issues yourself.
Criminal prosecution. It's an illegal activity.
Yeah.
Smuggling, technically. This is interesting, guys, but it's kind of disgusting, and I'd much rather see him live and chase him down.
Next stop on their Puerto Rico road trip, the famous Culebrones Cave near Arecibo.
How's it going?
Sean.
I'm Bert.
Joining them is Dr. Bert Rivera, a local biologist who will help them get a closer look at the unique creatures that live in the cave.
Basically, what we have is a large population of bats, around 300,000 bats in this cave. And the boas come out 300,000.
300,000?
I'll be taking you down to the cave, and hopefully we'll see a bunch of boas eating bats tonight.
Yeah, that's what we're here for.
So 300,000 bats, you're talking about a pretty extensive cave system here.
It's about 600 meters.
Wow.
We have seen boas inside the cave.
Okay.
And I would expect that they do feed in adults. They'd have no problem feeding opportunistically on the young that fall from the ceiling.
Okay. Oh, this is awesome.
Beautiful.
I gotta say, man, this is nothing like Florida.
Watch the
Wasp.
the wasp.
Hey,
Oh.
right here. Look,
Yeah.
look. That's a wasp nest. You bump into that, that's what we call guinea wasps. Little alarm system right
Alarm system. Okay.
there. They'll really tear you up.
Painful.
Yeah.
Thanks.
From here on, the python hunters need to be cautious.
Okay, guys, we're almost near the cave. We gotta be a little more quiet because the bats, they spook with loud noises.
Now, what is this? So this is the cave. Cool.
This is the cave.
Oh my God! Look at this. Already coming out. Look. Oh wow! Look at this. The bats are out.
There are approximately 2,000 caves on the island, but this one is special.
Okay, guys, this is the cave.
Look at. Yeah. He's hanging right down. Look at that. Look at. There's a boa. He's hanging. Oh wow! Look at this.
Hanging from a vine is the Puerto Rican boa. It can grow up to 2.5 meters long, although 4-meter specimens have been found.
Look at him lower himself down over that ledge.
Okay.
Armed with special permits from the Puerto Rican government, the guys can't wait to get their hands on such a rare reptile.
I got you here. Perfect. Just watch your face.
He's not
There you
aggressive
go.
at all.
All right, I have to go
Guys,
under
I
me.
got my hands on the endangered Puerto Rican boa.
That's beyond magnificent.
He's chilly. I'm good.
He is cold. Feel it.
It doesn't get any better than hanging in a bat cave with a boa.
It's not just any boa. This is a boa that very few people on this planet have seen in the wild, let alone had the opportunity to lay their hands on it. This is beyond my expectation.
He's taken a few bites in the face, but he looks, I mean, this is a beautifully healthy animal. Guys, I'm gonna put him back on his perch here.
This is so cool. Look at this. I feel like the Statue of Liberty.
You could stand there for hours like that, couldn't
I'm
you?
telling you.
Told you we would see him.
You're the man, baby.
Carnivorous Puerto Rican boas feed on small mammals, birds, and lizards. But this spoiled snake gorges himself on some of the 300,000 bats that fly past as they exit the cave.
Do they actually strike out, or do they wait for a bat to brush them and they're just that quick?
They actually wait for something to brush them.
They're starting to pick up, aren't they?
Yep.
Wow.
Wow, this is incredible.
And tonight, the guys hope to witness the boa feasting.
Oh!
He got it. Nope.
No, missed it. Oh, it just hit him right in the face, didn't it?
He's about to nail something.
He's got the rap.
Shot, you gotta be careful you don't get bitten.
Got it.
Woo!
Yeah.
Sweet.
The boa hangs by its tail and seizes prey in its jaws. Its backward-facing teeth prevent escape. And then, the snake coils around its victim and suffocates it.
Come on. There you go. Oh, there's the bat. Look, there's the bat hanging out of the bottom.
Look at that.
The wings are just going in, sticking out both sides of his mouth.
That's a
That
tiny
is,
little
look at
bat.
that.
Most snakes swallow their prey head first.
Man, this is awesome, man. This is just incredible.
That was a good-sized bat. Look at the lump in that snake.
The bigger the boa, the larger the prey. A full-grown boa can digest a 2¼ kilo mammal. But with much easier pickings, this boa is quite content.
He's actually going to use that branch as he crawls up over it to help force that bat down into his belly.
Yeah, a little bit of friction and pressure in all the right places. That bat will slide down like an oyster. You do this like almost every night?
Once a week. I have the best job in the world.
I was gonna say, no,